If you're using AI coding tools to create applications, web apps, things like that, you probably have encountered Postgres databases. One of the things with those databases is it can sometimes be difficult to see what is in them, and more importantly, to move them, back them up, make staging copies, things like that. What I'm going to show you today is how you can use the Database Wizard tool to quickly and easily make copies of a database, back it up, move it from one place to another, and essentially make all of that management command line work very easy in your web browser. Let's go ahead and take a look together at how to do this. The tool we're looking at here is dbwizard.opichi.ai. You can get a free plan here, or if you have a lot of databases to manage, even a staging and a production database, if you have more than one, then you can upgrade to a different plan for managing those. But let's take a look at how we would use it. I'm going to go ahead and log in with a user on a free plan here. And this is how it starts. It's a really simple interface. Now in Railway, I have a database with information in it. So it's got some tables, categories, things like that. If I'm using this database for production and I want to make changes to it, I would want to duplicate that database and copy it. We'll name it staging. This way, I have a database that I can make changes to, and it's not going to break something that the users are using. Once the database is copied over like this, you'll see that even though I based it on that original environment, it opens up with no tables. So it doesn't have any of the information. It's not really a copy. It's just making a structure that's similar. In this case, the project only contained a database, so it made another database, but there's nothing in it. What we would do using this tool is we would go back to production and we would go to variables and copy the database URL. And then we would go over to the database wizard, name the database, put in the URL, add it, and we can open it up. Now this tool makes it really easy. We could look through the database and actually understand what is in here. For example, like this, it quickly searches the whole database and allows us to move through it and edit it. I'll do another video showing how all of these features work. For our case, we're just going to click this export backup button, export that database and save it. Since we're using the free version, we only have one database available here. You could upgrade the plan and move to multiple databases, which if you're going to have a staging and live, it would make sense so that you can quickly swap between the two and copy data back and forth if needed. For this case, we'll show you how to use the free plan here. We have the production database here. Now we're going to delete that database and we're back to our empty box. Now we go to our staging and we will go to those variables and copy that URL. Add that database. And you can see here why it would make sense to have more than one in here. So you go back and we'll go ahead and open that database, see that it's empty, and we'll click this import button. We'll choose the file we just downloaded. We have that file here. We'll click import. And when we refresh this, we now have all of that information. If we go back over here, we can see that it created an exact copy of our database. We migrated that database in just a few clicks there. Now, this is also useful in case you want to move from one platform to another. Let's say that we are on Railway and we want to move it to Render. We would go ahead and have our backup that we took already. And again, I'm going to delete this database since we only have room for one here. We would go into this Render dashboard and let's go ahead and create a new database here. We'll create this. For this, I'll go ahead and just do a free version so we can see how it works. Very simple setup here, and we'll create this database. This is a free one, so it'll expire pretty quickly. It's going to go ahead and create this database, and I'll show you how to move everything over to it. Now that this says available here, we can go down and get our database URL. We're going to use the external database URL. This can vary based on the service. I know with render, we have to make one change to this URL to make it work. We're going to copy that URL. We'll go over here and say render. We'll paste the URL in, and then we have to go to the end of it here and put $SSL equals true, like this. Now we'll be able to open up that database, and here we'll just click that import. We'll grab our file here and import it. Once it's imported, we go back to the database, and now we see it has all of the tables. This is exceptionally helpful in a tool like Render, where they don't give you a visual editor for your database. So you can't actually see the database here. You have to use another tool, whether you're using command line or using a desktop client or something like that. You have to use a different tool to see your database. This gives you that capability of actually seeing what's in the database already, in addition to being able to copy and back it up. Then before you go to make any changes to your database or push out schema or anything like that, you can hop into the tool, export it, save that file, make all the changes you want. And if they break something, if it doesn't go the way you want, just import the file that you had backed up, and it will just swap it in and undo any mistakes that were made. Roll you back to when you clicked that export button. That's how you use the database wizard to move databases around, back up your database, and even go in and view and edit information in the database. I hope you found this helpful. I'll post a link to this tool below that you can use. And of course, if you have any trouble with any of the apps you're working on, please go ahead and use the link to book a time with me and my team. We're happy to take a look at the application or problem with you and come up with a plan to get it working.